Hello and welcome to the induction for the Lion Visual Space Assessment Audit. During this induction, we will be taking you through how to complete the VSA audit and also the second objective, which is the category share of facings audit. The VSA, or Visual Space Assessment Audit, is a measure of a product's visibility and merchandising power. The audit measures each product's size, placement and position within the store to assess its visual volume. As an auditor for this project, your key objective is to assess the beer and cider SKUs throughout the store, reporting on the facing counts and price ticketing for these SKUs for each section and position within the store. You will also need to complete a second objective, which is measuring liquor category share across the fridge sections. We will start by outlining the requirements for Objective 1, the main component of the VSA. A typical store is divided into 4 sections. These are the ambient section, meaning the general shop floor, fridges, cool room, and drive-through. Every store should have an ambient section and fridges. Not all stores will have a drive-through or a customer-accessible cool room. Therefore, staff-only cool rooms and store rooms are not part of the VSA check. We recommend that it is best to complete all of one section before moving on to the next one. Each section is broken into 3 positions, based on their visual impact to the customer. For the ambient section, position 1 is located along the direct path to the cool room. This path should be fairly obvious to you as you walk into the store. If there are 2 equally promoted paths to the cool room, both would be counted as position 1. Position 2 is the first position you will come across when entering the store. Products that are 5 meters ahead of, and 1 meter on either side of, the entrance are counted as position 2. Position 3 includes all remaining ambient areas, including the area around the cash register, any aisles, and secondary entrances. Positions for the fridge section are based on shelf numbers and general eye level. Shelves are counted from the bottom up. Position 1 corresponds to shelves 4 and 5 from the bottom, which equates to general eye level. Position 2 is shelf 3 just underneath. Position 3 includes all other shelves both above and below these key shelves. It is important to remember that the positions remain constant even in fridges of different sizes. For example, our 6-shelf fridge pictured here has shelves 4 and 5 as position 1, shelf 3 as position 2, and the remaining shelves 6, 2 and 1 as position 3. A 4-shelf fridge would have shelf 4 as position 1, shelf 3 as position 2, and shelves 2 and 1 as position 3. The 3 cool room positions are related to visibility from the cool room entrance. When standing in the entrance, all products that are visible 5 meters ahead of you and 1 meter either side are counted as position 1. All products you can see from the entry that are beyond this space are counted as position 2. Finally, all products that you can't immediately see from the entrance, and that only become visible once you enter and move around the cool room, are counted as position 3. Finally, for the drive-through, position 1 is closest to the cashier, being on 2 meters on either side of the register area. Position 2 includes all items that are outside this 2 meters radius but are still displayed on the cashier's side of the drive-through. Lastly, position 3 includes all items that are on the opposite side of the drive-through. The VSA audit process requires you to count facings for the beer and cider products within the sections and positions we have just covered. Facings differ based on the product type that is being measured, as well as the section in the store. For the ambient, cool room and drive-through areas, single items and packs count as 1 facing total for their SKU, a single bottle counts as 1 facing for the single bottle SKU, and a 6-pack counts as 1 facing for the X6 SKU. For carton SKUs, facings are counted per visible side. Each carton box will have up to 5 facings, depending on how many sides are exposed. You will need to do a complete walk around of any stacks or pallets to ensure that every exposed facing is counted. Sometimes stores will have extra merchandise or other value-add materials along with their stock displays. You can count these items as 1 extra facing for the SKU being promoted. You can also count any carton facings that are obscured by value-add material, such as the carton facings in our example above. Facings in the fridge section are counted slightly differently. Only facings that are in the front row, directly exposed to the customer, are counted. A carton in the fridge has one facing only. Single items have one facing for their single item screw. Packs in fridges are assessed based on their orientation in the fridge. A pack with 2 bottles facing the customer, such as a 4-pack or the short edge of a 6-pack, counts as 2 facings. A 6-pack with the long edge facing the customer counts as 3 facings, as there are 3 bottles along the front of the pack in that orientation. Price ticketing is conducted simultaneously with your VSA checks. As you count the facings for each screw, note whether any price ticketing is present. The type or amount of price ticketing doesn't matter, as long as there are pricing materials in close general proximity to the screw you are counting. The second objective of the VSA is the category share of facings measure. This is limited to just the fridges. Count the number of half fridge doors that are assigned to each category: beer, cider, wine, and RTDs, ready to drink. Some stores may not have fridge doors, but instead may have open refrigeration units. In this case, you can count per half unit. This concludes the induction for the Lion VSA. For any questions, please contact us on the details above.